Good evening, everybody. Rob here. It's the 3rd of September here in Japan. Nice little evening here, and got a few tropicals out there. And I'll break this down for you. And look out here in the Western Pacific, and some good weather over actual Japan right now, though. Some Westpac high has basically been sitting over here, putting temperatures actually in the low 90s for most of Honshu, and nice, beautiful, partly cloudy skies out there. It makes forecasting right in our local area up here in the Kanto Tokyo plain here nice and easy. But elsewhere, though, a lot going on. We have the remnants of 07 whiskey down here, just to the north of Hong Kong. That's been finalized, though. Have a tropical storm now, 10 whiskey. As always, I am going to only use the nomenclature for these storms. Sorry, guys, I am very terrible at saying some of these names. And also an invest area, actually just to the west of this tropical storm right here. This invest right in here. NRL has been warning on that. I think it's a little too close to the storm here to develop very much. And also overall, though, this entire area not really too much good circulation with it. It's very, very disorganized. Thus, JTWC backing off on the warning a little and not making the storm all the way up to typhoon strength. Also got a low coming out of China here. This is actually going to play a pivotal role in the development of this system as well over the next 48 to 72 hours. Elsewhere, though, in the Western Pacific, no more invest areas out there, so it looks like it might calm down here a little bit over the next week or so. Models are picking up out on some storms developing up out here in a long range, but as we all know, tropical models may pick up on systems that'll never happen, especially long range out. Only tropicals 48 to 72 hours as far as I really like to depend on those. So let's break down 10 whiskey here, though. Zoomed in here, satellite picture, infrared here on 10 Whiskey. It's moving to the northwest, actually towards Okinawa, basically taking the same track that our last storm, 08 Whiskey, did right over Okinawa. Good news, though, is that there's a lot more shear. It's feeding off of it is this invest over area over here. So the system's not really developing too much, and it's very disorganized. So it's going to CPA Kadena tomorrow morning, just as a tropical storm. Right now, it's only about 35 knot winds out of it, so it's barely a tropical storm. So much better news for the Okinawa area, especially after they just got hit with that typhoon last week. But as the storm passes to the north of Okinawa, though, we're going to see it gradually dissipate up here in the Yellow Sea. I'll break down why here. It looks like a trough's actually going to be digging in from the north here. It's related to that low pressure area up in coming off of China that I was talking about. So let's look a little more into that. We're going to use the GFS model to look at this. Now here's our 500 millibar GFS model chart for the Western Pacific here. Also showing vorticity in here and basically showing the location of where 10 Whiskey is. It's going to actually start tracking off to the northwest. We're going to start scrolling down here. I like to use this instead of the loop so you can actually get a closer look at it and basically just start moving out to the northwest. Now you can actually see this trough digging in up here over the coming down over the Yellow Sea. A lot of positive vorticity associated with that. It's associated with that frontal area, and that's really gonna steer this storm and basically cause it to gradually dissipate over the next 48 to 72 hours. Past that, though, it kind of gets confused. This differs from the no gaps as well, so let's just keep on watching this, though, as this area comes down here and eventually just basically overall starts to dissipate. So also GFS is picking up on another system out here, like I already stated, though. That happens from time to time. We all know, even back in the States, models will pick up on it. So you just got to basically watch these areas, but nothing really true out of it until we actually start to see some development. Here's the official JTWC warning on 10 Whiskey out of the Joint Typhoon Warning Center out of Pearl. Try to pronounce the name here. It is Malou. Malou. See, I can't even really say this. That's why I only use the nomenclature, guys. Sorry. Basically, having the storm move out to the northwest, passing just to the south of Kadena on the southern end of the Okinawa Island. Winds at time of CPA in the morning, right around 45, gusting up to about 55 knots. Going to see that gradually increase as well past Okinawa out into the East China Sea, and then gradually weaken as it moves into the Yellow Sea. A lot cooler sea surface temperatures up here, and also you have the trough building in up to the north here. That's going to increase the shear for the storm. So definitely probably looking not like we're going to see a landfall with this system over Korea. When it does end up churning to the northeast, though, and does end up going to Korea, it's probably going to be a lot weaker and most likely an extratropical system by that time. So good thing for Seoul recovering still from 08 Whiskey up there. Max winds out, though, look about 60 up to 75 knots, so it is going to be gusting up towards typhoon strength, but nothing sustained and definitely not anything very organized with this system. The other thing I want to mention is that the storm's not actually going to intensify so much as well because a lot less fuel up in this area because it is taking the exact same track as 08 Whiskey did. So overall, though, temperature is about 5-6 degrees cooler in most of this area due to the upwelling from a 08 Whiskey. Less fuel, less energy, and less warmer sea surface temperatures. Spit all that out at once there. And back to the slide picture here. I do want to talk about 08 Whiskey for a second. Looks like it just made landfall right near Seoul, South Korea a few days ago, or about 2 days ago. And it was one of the strongest typhoons for that area about 15 years, according to some news reports of Korea there. So it looks like they got a lot of toppled trees up in there, but widespread power outages throughout the entire region. But overall, it looks like they did deal fairly well with it. The storm surge wasn't as large as originally expected and not such. So overall, everybody fared pretty well. Same thing down in Okinawa. The northern end of the island got hit pretty hard, but for most of the U.S. bases down in the southern end, everybody did pretty well. Max winds out of Kadena actually only right around 25 up to 30 knots. So good news overall in that area. If you do want to see a good typhoon video, check out Rotorzilla on YouTube. He or she submitted two really good videos shot during the peak of the storm, so I would highly suggest to check that out. But that's all for today, everybody. Thank you for listening and watching this, and hope you all have a good day. And, sorry again for Okinawa. Looks like you're going to get hit by another one, but this one shouldn't be as hard. So stay dry, stay safe, and have a good night, everybody.